Samuel told him as he anointed him that you're going to be the king. And David went right back to tending his father's sheep. And I believe while he was out there tending his father's sheep, he started reflecting back on the things God had done in his life.
Yes, sir.
Up until this point. And the church, I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to defeat the giant, your faith is built on based on what you know God had did in the past.
Well,
the songwriter said if he did it in the past, he'll do it again. If he did it in the past, he'll do it again. Some of them are looking at the back, but you don't understand my path. But I tell you, God works even in our path. He tells us, forgetting on things behind. Don't spend time on it, but you need to reflect back and remind yourself what God has already brought you through. But even after he encouraged Saul, now this shows you, he gives Saul an encouraging word. I'm taking the narrative for this part, so you guys have to just follow with me. Saul tried to discourage him.
well, come on, preacher.
Now this is really bad. Eliab, his brother, already tried to put it down. Go back home and tend daddy's sheep. Then he goes out there and he tells him, say, now I'll fight. He even tells Saul. He knows Saul's sitting there probably peeking behind the bush. Right? But David said, I'll fight. I'll go out and fight Goliath. And so, I'm going to take the burden off of you, Saul. And then he gives him a negative word.
Not able.
You know, and it's just amazing to me because look what it says in verse 33. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he is a man of war, and you're a youth. And when I was writing this, I thought about saying, now why did Saul say something like that? But he's just like us. We look at our situation from the world standpoint.
Well,
See, and I'm going to tell you also, whenever you take a step of faith to do what God has put in your heart to do, there's going to always be somebody who will bring a word of discouragement. In some cases, it'll come from the very one God which calls you to serve. Here it is. Now, Saul, I'm going to fight for you. Saul, I'll do it. No, David, you too young. You ain't got it. I done told you I'll fight. What are you worried about? He's trying to discourage the very man that's going to deliver him. Somebody needs to hear this. You're going to do what God has told you to do. Somebody's going to try to bust your bubble. I'm telling you, keep your eyes on Jesus. He's an on-time God. He said, I'll never leave you or forsake you. Amen, church? Amen. So David said, David didn't listen to him, but I believe David was a humble man still. Amen. Because Saul looked at his circumstances from a world point of view. He saw a young man, young shepherd boy, who was a soldier who probably never even had a real fight. 16 years old, all he been doing is spending time with the sheep. But in the text said he looked at Goliath, he was a champion who never lost a fight. Now in the natural, that would say, you know what, this don't make any sense, man. You've been spending all the time with your sheep, and we know usually shepherd boys a little bad. I ain't gonna say why. People talk about shepherds with sheep. Shepherds do. All right, y'all. Amen. All right, thank you, brother. All right, my brother. Amen. But let me help you out. What I'm trying to say is, he looked at David as being helpless. But he didn't realize David had the Spirit of God in him. And with God, all things are possible. So we see here, now let me tell you this, church here. Because we need to understand, in the midst of your discouragement, brother, never let anyone discourage you from doing what God has called you to do to serve Him. Amen. Never. Amen. Because, you know, if you're going to conquer the giants in your life, you got to have to make sure, this is what God told me, I'm going to do it. Come hell or high water. It doesn't matter. I'm going to trust God no matter what. Look at it. Here's some scriptures to help you out. Remember what it says in Philippians 1:6. He said, being confident of this very thing. He that begun a good work in you will what? Perform it until the day of Christ. Amen. So don't let no circumstances or haters cause you not to defeat the giants in your life. Because in times like these, His grace is still sufficient. In times like this, His presence in the will of God is still felt. In times like these, His mercy of God still extended. Amen. Amen. The love of God will flow from His word. Yes, sir. In the midst of even discouragement. He will hide you. Yes, He will. And I believe this is what David did. David hid his heart, His word in his heart, that he may not sin against Him. So when you're facing the giants, whether it's in your family or your friends, as David did, I'm going to tell you, David, and look, go back on now. David's king now. We're going to flip it for a moment in the 30th chapter of David. David had actually went out there, the people that came in there, they had took the ark out around and they went over there and did something, and they came out there, and also they had took the people, they took their wives and their children, and David and his men went out there to go fight the battle. Now David goes out there to fight to get the things of God back in order. When he came home in 1 Samuel 30 and 6, it said, and David was greatly distressed. Why was David distressed? This is the same David that fought Goliath, right? For he said, for the people spake of stoning him, because the souls of all the people were grieved, every man and his son and his daughter. But David did what? Encourage himself in the Lord. Saints of God, in the midst of what you're going through, sometimes you can't look to nobody for help, but you have to encourage yourself in the Lord. David knew he was doing God's will, and what did he do? He encouraged himself in the Lord. Amen, church. There are times when the only encouraging word you're going to get comes when you read God's word yourself. Second thing, David's faith. Look back on what God had already done for him.
Come on now.
In 1 Samuel 17, 34, and 36, I'm going to read these here. You know the story, but just follow with me. And David said to Saul, this is after now he had already brought a word of encouragement to him, and then all of a sudden now, David, because David spoke the way he did, look what he said now. David didn't sit there and say, well, maybe you're right, Saul. Maybe he is big. You know, he does have some armor that's 125 pounds. His sword and the head of that is 25 pounds by itself. And you know, all I got is I'm just a little ruddy person here. I look good, but I'm no match for him. But not what David said. David looked back what God had already done.
Right.
This is good for somebody. And David said unto Saul, thy servant. See, he still humbled himself. He could have said, I'm the king, remember? God anointed me the king. You're not the king anymore. But he says here, thy servant kept his father's sheep.
Right.
And there came a lion and a bear and took the lamb out of the flock. And when I went out after him, I smote him and delivered him out of his mouth. And when he rose up against me, I caught him with his beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be like one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. This is not a wimp anymore. This is not some little small boy. He was still small, but his heart was big. Why? Because his faith was in God. David knew God had already delivered him.
Amen.
Remember I told you the battle is won. If your faith is in God, the battle is won before you fought. David was not ashamed. Let me help somebody else, because some people don't like their jobs. Right? David was not ashamed to own up to being the keeper of his father's sheep. You know, most of the people that come to jail, I'm an industrial technician. If you're jealous, you're jealous, that's all right. You know, we've got these high terms. We don't want to be classified as certain things anymore. David was not ashamed to say he was, because remember his brother tried to, you just a keeper of my daddy's sheep. Otherwise, like, that's a low job. Right? David wasn't ashamed.
That's right.
You know, his brother tried to belittle him with that.
Yes.
But what he did, he didn't let Saul and those who was listening, he said something. He let them know, I'm not an ordinary shepherd boy.
Well, come on.
Come on, somebody now. He said, now, I'm not an ordinary shepherd boy. I work hard keeping my father's flock. See, here's a sidebar to all of us. When you are serving God in any capacity today, serve the Lord the best that you can. Give to God your best. I don't care if you don't got the right dress, if you don't have enough cars, enough clothes, and all those different things. Serve God with all that you have. Paul tells in the verse in the New Testament, whatsoever your hand finds to do it with all your might for the glory of God. Matter of fact, he tells in 1 Corinthians 15:58, therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the works, and know your work in the Lord is not in vain. Amen. It goes on with David. David was the type of Christ.
Yes, he was.
He was a good shepherd.
Yes, sir. Come on,
He
preacher.
wasn't easy to shame. As a matter of fact, it tells in Isaiah 40 and 11. And he said, he shall feed his flock like the shepherd.
Yeah.
He shall gather the lamb with his arm.
Yeah.
He shall carry them in his bosom, and he shall greatly lead those that are young. That's what we're talking about, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen. Not only does he care for his sheep, but he protected his sheep by his father's sheep. He was brave. He was not weak. He was willing to step and put his life on the line for those sheep. He said when he went out there, when that bear came and took my father's sheep, I went out and took it out of his mouth. Most of us go to the zoo, we stand back from the cage. David said, I went up and I took it out of his mouth. Because David was not looking at his circumstances. He was looking at his God.
His life on the line.
Not only does he protect him, but he cared for his sheep. All this is done because the Spirit of God was with him.
Yes, sir.
Don't get it messed up. When the Spirit of God, when you are filled with the Holy Spirit, the giant will roar in your life. But don't let it intimidate you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And this last point here. I want to think to say in 1 Peter 5 and 8. Here's what, when that giant is in your life, your faith in God, here's what Peter tells us. Be sober. Oh, what? Have a clear mind.
Well,
Be vigilant. Be courageous.
Why?
Here, because your adversary, the devil, is roaring like a lion. You remember Goliath for 40 days? Roar! I'm going to kill you, Israelites. Come on out. Roar! And David says here, he walking far, who seeking who may devour, right?
Yeah.
David walked out and said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? The God, he's the harvest of the living God. See, he was not looking at his situation, but he was looking at his God.
Amen.
And so I'm here to tell you, you got to look at David and we look back and say, now that bear and that lion, who is this little, if I could take a bear and a lion, now let me tell you, some bears can be 10 foot. And you know, a lion is nothing unless he got a roar. Do you know that? No, usually, you know, women go out and get the meal. And this is natural. Women, no offense. But you go over there and you get the mother lion, she's going out there, take care of stuff, and take care of kids, right? Oh, brother, know what they doing? You ever see it? What time you see that lion? He's stretched out, laid out. So like, when there's a danger around, know what he does? Run! And they run. This is lion. And this is what is happening here. Goliath did it for 40 days. He afraid, made all the soldiers afraid, even King Saul. But this little shepherd boy stopped up and said, you know, I killed a bear and a lion. Now, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? See, David knew the fight wasn't about him. He was looking unto his God. How did you know it? Because the next point is the object of David's faith was God. If you're going to conquer the giants in your life, stop looking at yourself and look at your God.
Amen.
In 1 Samuel 17:37 it said, and David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear. He would deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. Right. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with you. He changed Saul's mind now. This little boy out there, after hearing all that roaring was going on, he even changed. This is why it's important, church. If you don't follow God what's telling you to do, don't listen to that discouragement, somebody's watching you. No, we talk a good faith. We believe God. Well, you don't know. You know, we don't really believe God. And we start walking in faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. But we actually, most of the time, we got all these reasons why we can't. We don't want to grow a church. You know why? Because we're looking at our circumstances and not looking at our God. Our God is bigger than us. We got to realize God can save drug dealers. He can save prostitutes. If He saved you, He can do it for others also. But most of the time, we huddle in these walls. We don't tell nobody about Jesus Christ. Look what David says here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Because David's faith was in God. Hebrews 1:1 tells us that faith is the substance of things what? And the evidence of things not seen. Who said David hadn't even fought him yet?
Well, come on, preacher.
But he had already declared, who is this uncircumcised Philistine?
Yeah.
He had already had the victory.
Yes, sir.
Then it tells us in Hebrews 11:6. For those who think, well, you know, I believe God. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him.
Yes, sir.
For he that cometh to God must believe that He is.
Yeah.
And that He's a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him.
Yeah.
David is speaking as if God had already defeated Goliath.
Amen.
He did not take the credit for the bear or the lion. He knew it was God that killed both of them.
Yes,
but
sir.
David's faith had God's influence on Saul because he was acting as David had already took it. And look what he did. This is David. Now here's Saul's response because he believed him. In 38 and 39, I'm closing. And Saul armed David.
Yeah.
With the armor and put a helmet of brass upon his head. And he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded himself. Now see, David is still. He's not disrespectful.
Yeah. He tried it.
Exactly, thank you. Now here's the problem. Most of it, you know, you don't know who I am. Yeah, you know, I don't need that. No, just be respectful, even though you don't need it. Amen. But David said he girded her with the sword and with the armor. And he assailed him to go. And he said, I have not proved this. David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these. I have not proved them. And David put them off.
Amen.
I like that. See, but what you don't know, David rejected the armor because He had not used them before. Not that it couldn't work. He only wanted to do what he knew what would work. Remember, the battle was won not when the fight you get it. He saw it already done. He realized, he said, the battle really was already won back there with that bear and that lion. So I don't care what was coming in his life. He realized it was a God that had already did it. See, and this is the same thing that we do not fight this world. We do not fight with the world's tactics.
Amen. That's good.
Amen. Paul tells us, and I'm closing, in 2 Corinthians 10:4, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God through the pulling down of strongholds. So the songwriter, remember what he says here, I'm a soldier, bound for glory. I'm a soldier, marching on.
Yes, sir.
I'm a soldier, marching on. Come on and help me, somebody. I'm a soldier, bound for glory. I'm a soldier, marching on. Going through some things right now in your own life. But I'm going to tell you, look back what God had already did. Remember when you were sick and you thought you were dead? And all of a sudden God raised you up? Remember you got cancer, you were afflicted, but now today you were healed because of what God had did in your life? Remember you were broken, you didn't know how you were going to pay your bill, and God stepped in right in time and paid your bill? Look back, I don't care what you're going through, look what God had already brought you through. And you can make it today. But you can't make it if you don't know Jesus Christ. It's your Lord and Savior. The way you're going to conquer God in your life, you're going to have faith in God. You got to believe that He is, that He is the Son of God. They were born a virgin. He died, not doing any sin. And He rose the third day. If you're here today, if you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, I'm here to tell you God can conquer the giants in your life. But it starts first.